welcome to the Tranont Compliance Training. I'm Emily Peterson, the Director of Compliance for Tranont. This training is about the claims you can make about inflammation, or claims you can't make about inflammation really, because unfortunately inflammation is considered a medical condition, and so the regulatory agencies don't allow us to make claims talking about inflammation specifically. But there are words that you can say that are compliant, and so this training can help you learn what you can say about the products when you want to kind of infer that it can help with a condition related to that. So here's an example. It says, using the DHS, look at how the inflammation in my face is decreased. I see that kind of a claim all the time. People talking about the inflammation in their face, and which is a wonderful thing that they're seeing that result with the DHS. However, we can't talk about inflammation. But with this one word change, since using the DHS, look at how much slimmer my face looks. That is a completely compliant claim that you can make. You're giving that same kind of information, the same kind of feeling about the product, and you're going to be compliant if you just switch inflammation for slimmer. Here's another example for Activate. Activate's my favorite product. It's great for helping control my appetite, reducing inflammation, and supporting my metabolism. So again, that's a great statement, great little post you can make about Activate, except for that claim of inflammation. But one word switch inflammation for puffiness. It's great for helping to control my appetite, for reducing puffiness, and supporting my metabolism. With that one word change, you're going to have a compliant post that is going to convey that same kind of information to the reader. And then here's this one. This would be a before and after picture, which we see a lot of people posting before and after pictures. Look at the picture on the left. I was puffy, inflamed, exhausted. Then I started using Tranont products, including the DHS, Clear Plus, Creatine, and Boost. You can see the change in the pic on the right. Now I have the energy and motivation to move my body and feel my best. Once again, a really great statement. However, that mention of inflammation, that mention of inflamed, we can't include that. But switch that for bloated. I was puffy, bloated, exhausted. You're going to give that same picture, that same image, to the reader, and they're going to see your before and after pictures. But you change inflamed to bloated, you're going to have a compliant post with that one little word change, conveying the same information and letting people know how much these products have helped you. Here's one final claim about inflammation. My joint inflammation went away once I started using Restore. Once again, that kind of information makes regulatory agencies think arthritis. Obviously, we can't be talking about the products helping arthritis. That's a medical condition. However, you change that to say, I barely notice my joint discomfort since I started using Restore. You're going to convey that same information, letting people know how great the product is, how much better you feel, and you're going to have a completely compliant post with changing that one word, inflammation, to discomfort. So with those changes, you can see how just take out the inflammation, take out that one non-compliant word that regulatory agencies are going to really look closely at, make that one change. You can use, puffiness, bloated, discomfort, those kind of words, and you're going to convey the same information. You're going to be compliant. Anytime you have any questions, if you're like, oh, I don't know, can I say this word? What if I say it this way? You can always email me at compliance@tranont.com. I'm happy to answer your questions to make sure that you can always have a compliant post. Thank you.